myself, Dr. DSVS MRK Chekravarty, who is working as the professor of the civil engineering in this repeated institution since 9 years. So, in this PowerPoint presentation, I am going to give the introduction of the air and noise pollution control. So, in this what is the learning outcome of the subject is to be that at the end of the course, the student should be able to understand why the air pollution has been occurring, what are all the compositions and air pollution cause air pollution, understand the effect of the air pollution. So, this is a common subject for all the branches irrespective of the civil, mechanical, electrical, CSM, CSD, all that. So, why? Because everybody should know that how the air pollution will be damage our health, how the air pollution will be damage animals, how the air pollution damage animals we are going to learn in this air pollution and noise control. So, air pollution is nothing but it is the mixture of the solid particles and the gases in the air. The example is that car emissions, chemicals from the factories, dust, pollen and mold spores suspended as the particles. So, ozone gas is a major part of the air pollution in the cities. When ozone forms air pollution, it is also called smog also. So, you see that in the Delhi also most of the people they suffered with the smog itself since long. So, what is the composition of the atmosphere? So, what is the composition of the atmosphere is nothing but Earth atmosphere is composed of the 78% of the nitrogen, 21% of the oxygen, 0.9% of the other gases. The trace amounts of the carbon dioxide as well as the methane, water vapor and neon are some of the other gases that make up the remaining 0.1%. So, if you see in this graph or in this figure, you see that the representation of the composition of the atmosphere. Nitrogen is the 78%, oxygen is the 21%, all other gases are 1%. You forget about 1% of the other gases. The main thing is that 78% of the nitrogen and oxygen is the 21%. So, these two are mainly responsible for the composition of the atmosphere is to be concerned. You see here gas nitrogen N2 is the 78.084, oxygen 20.946, argon 0.934, carbon dioxide 0.037, neon is 0.0018, helium is something, methane and krypton is something. Next, what is the structure of the atmosphere? There are 5 layers are there in the structure of the atmosphere depending upon the temperature. So, here the parameter is the temperature. Based on the temperature, the structure of the atmosphere is consists of the 5 parts. One is the troposphere, second one is the stratosphere, third one is the mesosphere, fourth one is the thermosphere, fifth one is the exosphere. I will explain one by one. So, you see the diagram of the structure of the atmosphere. So, now I will explain what is the troposphere. Troposphere considered as the lowest layer of the earth atmosphere. The troposphere starts at the surface of the earth and goes up to a height of 8 km poles to the 18 kilometers equator. So, it is the bottommost layer. Troposphere is nothing but bottommost layer. Next, as far as the stratosphere is to be concerned, it is the second layer of the atmosphere found above the troposphere. It extends up to a height of 50 kilometers from the earth's surface. As well as the thermosphere is to be concerned. This layer is found above the mesosphere from 80 to 400 kilometers. The radio waves that are transmitted from the earth are reflected by this layer. So, what are the radio waves that are to be transmitted from the earth are reflected by the which sphere? Thermosphere. Next, as far as the fourth is concerned, ionosphere. This lower, the lower thermosphere is called as the ionosphere. This layer is defined as the layer of the atmosphere of the earth that is ionized by cosmic and solar radiation. So, it is positioned between the 80 and 400 kilometers. You see that this range is 80 to 400 kilometers above the mesopause. Next, exosphere is to be concerned. It is the outermost layer of the atmosphere, the zone where molecules and atoms escape into the space is mentioned as the exosphere. So, this range is up to 10,000 kilometers. Next, global implication of the air pollution. So air pollution can directly contaminate the surface of the bodies of the water as well as the soil also. So the air pollution spoils the surface of the bodies of the water as well as the soil also. So as far as ours is concerned, water is to be very essential need. What are the human needs means air, food and water. So without food we can survive up to the so many days. Without water also we can survive up to the so many hours. But without air we didn't survive within the minutes. That's why it is the very essential part air and noise pollution control. So as far as the human being is to be concerned, as far as the human health is to be concerned, as well as the plants, as well as the animals health is to be concerned, air is to be very important. Air will be polluted automatically, we are getting the damage. As well as the human beings, as well as the plants, as well as the animals also. So air pollution can directly contaminate the surface of the bodies of the water and soil. You are having the doubt why the air pollution will spoil the soil. We are getting the vegetables from the soil itself. Whether the tomatoes or all the vegetables we are getting from the soil itself. If the soil will be not purified automatically, we didn't get the pure fresh vegetables. So that is the problem. This can kill crops or reduce their yield also. It can kill young trees and other plants also. The sulfur dioxide as well as the nitrogen oxide particles in the air can create acid rain also. Next, air pollution classifications. What is the air pollutants are classified? First is the primary pollutants. Second one is the secondary air pollutants. So what is the difference between the primary and secondary pollutants? Primary pollutants are directly emitted from the industries into the atmosphere, such as carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. So suppose if you take in Hyderabad, suppose if you take Jidmetla, there are so many industries are there. So whatever the pollution from the industries, it will be affected. So that is the primary pollutants. The primary pollutants are nothing but directly emitted from the industries. So as far as the secondary air pollutants are formed because of the reactions between the primary pollutants or other elements in the atmosphere, such as ozone, photochemical smog itself. So the primary pollutants is nothing but directly emitted from the industries. There is no doubt about that. Example is carbon dioxide. Suppose in the cement industries, manufacturing of the cement, the lot of carbon dioxide will be emitted to the atmosphere. That will be dangerous to the human beings. That is dangerous to the our health also. So what is the secondary air pollutants? What are the reactions between the primary air pollutants and other elements in the atmosphere? Next, particulates. What is the particulates? Particulates matter contains microscopic solids or the liquid droplets, not macro, micro. It is the very small particles. They are so small that they can inhale and cause serious health problems also. So whatever the things they held into our nose, it will spoil our health. Some particles are less than 10 micrometers in the diameter, can get deep into your lungs, and some may even get into your bloodstream also. So because of the air pollution, our health will be damaged, our blood circulatory system will be not functioning properly, our breathing system will not be functioning properly, our lungs will be affected, liver is also not functioning properly. So we are getting the cancer also. Sometimes we are getting the improper functioning of our heart also, heart problems, heart strokes, the liver damage. There are so many we have to be faced because of the air pollution. Next, hydrocarbons and carbon monoxide. Hydrocarbon, what is hydrocarbon? HCl. It is an organic compound, consists of the hydrogen as well as the carbon found in the oil, crude oil, or the natural gas and coal. Hydrocarbons are highly combustible and the main energy source of the world itself. It uses consist of the gasoline and propane, kerosene and diesel, to name just a few. What is the carbon monoxide? CO. Carbon monoxide is an waterless, no water, colorless gas formed by the incomplete combustion of the fuels. If the fuels are not incombustible, incomplete combustion, we are getting the carbon monoxide. When people are exposed to carbon monoxide gas, the CO molecule will displace the oxygen in their bodies and leads to the poisoning itself. So oxygen is to be the very important thing. Next, oxides of the sulfur and photochemical oxidants. So what is the sulfur oxides? Sulfur oxides are nothing but group of the molecules made of the sulfur as well as the oxygen atoms, such as sulfur dioxide, SO2. One sulfur 2 moles of the oxygen will form sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide also, S1, and 3 moles of the oxygen will be formed sulfur trioxide. Sulfur oxides are pollutants that contribute to the formation of the acid rain as well as the particulate pollution also. So acid rain, if the acid rain will be occurs, we burnt our life. So photochemical oxidants, what is the photochemical oxidants? These are the secondary air pollutants formed by the action of the sunlight on the nitrogen oxides NO and reactively hydrocarbons Hc, their precursors. Most important phototoxic components produced by these are ozone nitrate. Next, effects of the air pollutants on human beings. Long-term health effect from the air pollution include heart diseases, lung cancer, and respiratory diseases such as emphysema. Air pollution can also cause long-term damage to the people's nervous, brain, kidneys, liver, and other organs also. You see this figure, the health harms of the air pollution, skin worsening, lung diseases, insulin resistance, blood clots, stroke also, heart diseases, premature deaths also. So in the present, I think that 1 month back I had seen a message in the newspaper because of the PM 2.5 particulate matter will cause the most of the people suffered 0 to 1 year babies. So there will be a conference will be conducted throughout the world every year because of the air and noise pollution. Why? Because the carbon dioxide levels will be decreases throughout the world. So that's why a conference will be conducted in the world every year. Why the air pollution will damage our life, why the noise pollution will damage our life, how to prevent that. These are all the things they have to be discussed in the universe, not in India itself. Next, effects of air pollution on the plants. Plants also affected by the air pollution. Air pollution injury to the plant can be evident in the several ways. Injury to the foliage may be visible in a short time and appear as a dead tissue or can develop slowly as yellowing chlorosis of the leaf also. There may be a reduction in the growth of various portion of the plants also. If the air pollution will causes the plants with the age of that plant also. So these are the things we have to be discussed in this introduction part of the air and the noise pollution control. That's why what I am trying to say mean the air pollution and noise pollution control. So pollution control board was there. So pollution control board was there in state level as well as the central level also. CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board was there. In our Hyderabad also pollution control board was there. Their duties are to visit the industries and whether the industries are seriously injurious to the people or not. They may be see that whatever the precautions they are going to take for take care of the air pollution as well as the noise pollution. Air pollution is a natural, so we didn't pay anything for getting of the air. Noise pollution is created by the human beings, so it is an artificial. Naturally is air, so the fresh air is there, the fresh air will be polluted. Suppose the most examples are Bhopal gas treasury. So in Madhya Pradesh it was occur because of the Bhopal gas treasury. There are so many people lost their lives. Nearly 10,000 above people are lost their life at that time. It is a central government organization. So even today also, even now also, from 1980 to this 2024 also, this effect will not be nullified. So that's why what I am trying to say means we didn't. So the air pollution is. It is not the responsibility is not by the state government as well as the central government or any other persons are not responsible. Every human being will be responsible for control of the air pollution as well as the noise pollution. Noise pollution. So you see that what is the effect of the noise pollution? We lost our hearing loss. We lost our hearing loss. So up to some 70 decibels it will be okay. More than that 70 decibels automatically we lost our hearing problem also. So that's why the air pollution, lot of problems we are going to face. Sometimes we are getting the cancer, sometimes we are facing lungs problem, lung cancer also. Next, liver function is not properly, heart is also, strokes also we may face. So that's why for getting off the fresh life, every human being will be responsible for not causing any pollution for the air as well as the noise pollution control. So this is the introduction about the air and noise pollution control. Thank you very much.